Hi there everyone, today we're going to be revisiting an old series of serious faults on driving tests and how to avoid them, and we will be going across the country on this one. We're not just sticking to Oxford. So our first clip today actually is in Oxford, but we're looking at the car in front of us. They are on their test, as my student is as well. They've both been asked to turn right at this set of lights, and the light is going red whilst they are in the junction, so they should be clearing out when it is safe to do so, but the car in front just stays there. It's kind of in no man's land at the moment, and now we've got traffic coming from the right, so this gets a little bit awkward, and unfortunately it would go down as a serious fault for response to traffic lights. But just keep watching this video. Watch what happens when the person in front does decide to go. They've pulled out in front of a car that is correctly proceeding on the green light. That could have been a nasty collision. Our second clip today involves someone doing an emergency stop. So the examiner's given them the brief, they're given the signal, and the emergency stop here they do is actually quite a good one. But when you've done the emergency stop, the examiner will say to you, I won't ask you to do that again, drive on again when you're ready. But the person here doesn't do sufficient observations. This lorry has now pulled out, is now committed to overtaking the learner car as they're pulling away. So unfortunately this would go down as a serious fault for move off safety. But if we just go back, so as I said, the stop was quite good, but as the person is carrying out their observations, they should see this lorry coming from behind, and they should be waiting about now for both the lorry and the car behind to go past, but unfortunately they don't do so. Our third clip today is quite a bizarre one. So the person here has been asked to turn left at this mini roundabout, but for some reason they have gone the wrong side here. Maybe they've mistaken that give way triangle as being the arrow for which way to proceed. Unfortunately, whatever the reason was why they've done it, it has resulted in a serious fault for junctions turning left. Our next clip involves a car park. The student has been asked to do the forward bay park, so they're choosing their bay here. They're going to go for a bay on the right, but they haven't seen that there is a car trying to pass on the right. So unfortunately this would go down as a serious fault for forward park observations. If we look behind here, it's just pure impatience from this person from behind, but unfortunately the student hasn't seen them in the mirror. They've committed, examiner spotted them and pressed the brake, so unfortunately it is a serious fault. Our next clip involves a set of traffic lights. So the person has been asked to turn right here. Now as they're turning right, they've noticed these red lights that are currently on, but they're actually for traffic that was waiting from the left, and they come to a stop, but there is no stop line here. These lights are not for this person, so unfortunately they are going to get a serious fault for response to traffic lights. If you've ever seen Big Jobber on Instagram, he does a brilliant explanation of why you shouldn't be stopping at these lights. Now our final clip today involves someone going on the road between Forest Hill and Stanton St John. It is a 50-mile-an-hour road, and if we look in the distance we can see a horse on the footpath. Now although the horse is not on the road, horses do get very easily startled. This person was just going too fast and too close, so unfortunately this would go down as a serious fault for awareness and planning. What they should have been doing was slowing down, passing them nice and wide, nice and slow, and they could have avoided this one. Admittedly, it is an unusual thing to happen on your test, but you've got to be prepared nonetheless.